things that you need, if you want to communicate with your loved ones, your ancestors, so on and so forth, this is the perfect time to do it, okay? Because everything literally is conducive for that energy. Everything literally is setting you up to be able to achieve those things, okay? So let's tap in and see what Spirit is saying. I do feel like some of you guys have been thinking about a past loved one a lot lately. Especially if this is somebody who was monumental in your life, in your journey. For some of you guys, this could have been someone who raised you or took care of you or something along those lines, for sure. I'm also feeling heavy maternal energy, but I'm also feeling paternal energy a lot as well. Especially if it's like your father or grandfather or something along those lines. I definitely feel that heavier than I do the feminine energy, okay? It could be a brother, it could be a cousin. I mean, whatever it is to you, okay? I'm hearing that, okay, because the first card is transformation, which goes along with what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that there is something significant in regards to what's coming in for some of you guys, or what your spirit team is trying to lead you to, is something significant, okay? It's something that is going to mean a lot to you, if that makes sense. It doesn't have to be materialistic. It could be, but it doesn't have to be. But it's something significant that means a lot to you, that your spirit team is trying to lead you to. I feel like for a lot of you guys that may resonate with this, whoever this ancestor is, they have been in your energy heavy lately. Whether you've been smelling them, whether you've been craving certain foods that y'all liked or they liked or that y'all would eat together, whether, you know, you've been dreaming about them or they've been showing up in your dream, or if you have, I'm even hearing like a trinket from them, so like a blanket or some clothes, or I'm hearing glasses or a watch or something significant that you may have from that specific ancestor. I feel like they've been connecting with you a lot deeper, or trying to get your attention a lot more, because of the fact that they're trying to connect with you. So if you have been, you know, hearing their voice, okay? Sometimes you might just randomly hear their voice and be like, am I tweaking? No, you're not, actually. Because intuition and download is at the bottom of the deck, right? So I definitely feel like they have certain things that they're trying to tell you or communicate to you in order to help you get to this place or achieve whatever this thing is, right? Yeah, because look, you got intuition, download at the bottom of the deck, take charge and action, and blessings. So this is definitely something that they're trying to guide you to. I feel like, especially if you have been in this stagnant space, right? Not really knowing where to go, not really knowing what decisions to make next, not really knowing, you know, what steps to take. This is their way of trying to get you in connection with them so that they can help you through whatever these next steps are. Because I feel like you've gotten as far as you needed to go on your own. And when I say on your own, I mean based off of you using your own intuition and doing your own thing and, you know, making certain decisions and blah, 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 blah. But this next phase or the next couple of steps, because I'm not even hearing like it's everything, you know, forward. But these next couple of steps, maybe 2 to 3 steps, maybe 1 step, however it works for you, you need your spirit team with this. This is something that they are supposed to be helping you with, helping you achieve, helping you decipher, giving you intel, I'm also hearing. Okay? Especially if this is in regards to a job or career or business. I'm really hearing that your spirit team is going to almost give you intel on the people that may be connected to. So like, for example, let's say you're going on an interview or something, and the person who is interviewing you, there may be some specific things that you may get downloads on in advance, and when you get there, it'll be clarified. So for example, let's say the interviewer, what's a good example? I don't fucking know. I'm trying to think to make it make sense so y'all can understand what I'm talking about. Let's say the interviewer is dealing with like sinuses. This is like a super example, so don't take it literally. Let's say the interview is dealing with like sinus issues, right? And a couple days before you go on the interview, you just so happen to get a download or randomly want to look up like herbal medicine, and you're just like doing some random studies, random Googles, random whatevers, right? And you get this information, and then you get to the interview and you see the person sniffling and doing whatever, and you're able to recommend something to them, and that helps you build that connection with that interviewer, and that helps you get the job. Does that make sense? So it's like some of you guys may literally get intel on whoever is connected to what you're trying to achieve, or you may get intel on how to get to whatever you're trying to achieve. Okay, it can work like either way. That was like a far-fetched example, but yeah. Divine timing. I'm trying to tell you, there's definitely something that's coming in. And this is something that, again, I feel like you've gotten as far as you can go on your own merit. Like you've done enough work on your own. You've taken on enough on your own, and now it's time for you to get some assistance. Now, this assistance can also come in the form of somebody else coming in and helping you as well. So our ancestors sometimes will send people to be able to assist us with certain things on their behalf, because they, of course, can't show up in the physical realm and literally help you like that, right? So sometimes they may send you a third party to help you with whatever it is, or to assist you with whatever this may be. Okay, so be open to random happenstances is what I'm hearing. There could definitely be like some random, like you just so happen to run across this person who gives you information on exactly what you needed on. Hold on, y'all, let me get my cup. While I cough out a fucking lung. Okay. But yeah, don't box yourself in, pretty much, when it comes to how certain things may play out for you. All right? There are people, and we talked about this. This feels familiar to a reading that I think I did last week. There are people who are connected to your past, and they serve a purpose. Their purpose may be to give you some information. Their purpose may be to slide your application to the top. Their purpose may be, you know what I'm saying, to give you some insight on something you may need to know. Their purpose may be to test you on something to make sure that you're ready or you're prepared. Like, don't get into a space where you feel like everything has to be achieved with you by yourself. I feel like that's the main message of this reading. Like, don't think that everything has to be you, independent, by yourself, making it happen. It's like, okay, cool. If you do make certain things happen by yourself on your own, cool. But there are going to be certain points in your journey where other people are going to be a part of you getting to whatever goals you have. And if you close yourself off from allowing people to assist you, or you close yourself off from taking certain knowledge or advice or constructive criticism or whatever it may be from other people, then you're closing yourself off from what you're trying to achieve, which doesn't help anybody. Okay? I feel like a lot of you guys are hyper independent, and a test that you're being given right now, or a message that your spirit team wants you to know in this moment, is you don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Anyone who brags about, oh, I'm independent, I did everything on my own, you were probably a child who didn't have no help, no assistance. You had to be independent. Period. It's nothing wrong with, again, knowing who you are and achieving certain things on your own. But a lot of y'all are operating out of childhood trauma. You had to be independent, right? You didn't necessarily want to be. You didn't want to be a child who didn't have anybody to call on or rely on or any of those things. That's not what you wanted. That was your circumstance. So it forced you to be in this energy of I'm independent. When in reality, you didn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't have to be. It shouldn't have happened. Right? You should have had more assistance. You should have had people in your corner. You should have had people supporting you. Like, that's what should have happened. And the fact that you didn't have that, it turned you into this hyper independent type of person. And now you have to achieve everything on your own to kind of prove to people that you didn't need nobody to begin with. That's trauma. That's trauma. Like, there's no way around it. That's trauma. Okay? I don't think it's a flex to say that I did everything on my own. That's not a flex to me. That's not a flex. No. It's not a flex. Because why? Nobody wanted to help you. Nobody wanted to look out for you. Nobody wanted to give you a little bit of advice. Nobody wanted to give you some intel, some answers, some nothing. That's not a flex, Bookie Butt. That means you ain't got nobody that fuck with you for real. You know what I'm saying? So don't get into that space where you won't allow people to help you. You won't allow people to offer you advice or insight. You won't allow people to play their position, play their role in assisting you get to whatever you're supposed to get to. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Getting to a goal and achieving a goal and knowing that certain people helped you along the way, that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. And a lot of y'all need to change the way that you think about that, because it's causing you to miss out on opportunities. It's causing you to miss out on getting to the goal a lot faster than you would have, had you not gotten assistance, not gotten help. Some of y'all are adding years onto things that should only take months because you don't want to ask for help or you don't want to allow people to help you. And it doesn't have to take that long. Some of y'all are dealing with things that are complicated when it doesn't have to be complicated if you would just allow these people to help you. It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be extra. And this doesn't have to be people that you know all the time. This could be strangers. You know what I'm saying? There's so many strangers that have given me certain words of advice or constructive criticism that I absolutely needed, and that helped me get to the place that I'm at in this moment. Had I not listened to that advice, had I not took what they said, into consideration, I know that there's certain places I wouldn't have gone, and in this moment I wouldn't be here. I know that for a fact. Period. So don't close yourself off from getting assistance, because you never know, the value of the advice that's coming in. You never know the value of the assistance that's coming in. And then again, being someone who may have, again, not had people that you needed, Spirit will give you that. Like, coming from a childhood where you didn't have the support, you didn't have the encouragement, you didn't have the constructive criticism or the good advice or whatever the case is, Spirit will give you that. in the form of other people, in the form of other relationships in your life. But if you're not taking advantage of those things and you sitting here acting like you too good for it, then how is it going to benefit you? How are you going to get to certain places? There are certain people who, again, are attached to places that we're trying to get to. Period. Dreams is coming out. So this is definitely talking about a specific goal that you guys may have at this moment. Some of y'all need to stop playing and go back to school. That's a form of assistance. That's a form of help. Getting higher knowledge for whatever it is that you're doing. Everything doesn't require schooling, but some things do. Some of y'all need to pick up them books. Some of y'all have purchased books to help you with whatever it is, and they're collecting dust. You haven't opened that motherfucker up not once, or at least not since you bought it. Okay, you ain't opened that book since you fucking bought it. Period. Collecting dust. Alright? Looking on, YouTube University, okay? Watching certain videos. Whatever it is. If there's somebody that's in a field that you're trying to get into, asking questions. Hey, I'm trying to get into the same shit you in. What would be your advice for a beginner? What would be your advice for somebody trying to get into this? What would be your advice for blah, 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 blah? Don't get into that I can do bad all by myself, and don't get into that mode where you think you got to do everything on your own just to say you did it on your own. Like, again, it's not a flex. And I feel like your spirit team has been trying to get your attention in regards to certain things so that you can be open to the help and the assistance that comes in for you. Because obviously there's things that you're trying to achieve. Obviously there's things that you're trying to get. Obviously you don't want to be in the same space forever. So what are you going to do about it? Okay? Dreams have definitely been more vivid lately. I feel like some of you guys are definitely receiving downloads in the astral realm while you are sleeping. For those who are able to dream, look at that. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm trying to tell you. This is definitely in regards to receiving something. There's something on the way. Some of y'all are so close to something, but you're in the way because you're either not being open to getting the help or assistance, or you're not taking the advice that you need in order to get to this place. It's one or the other. This could be intuitive. This can, again, be a third party. This could be, I don't want to say a random person, but it can definitely be, somebody coming in with some information, some knowledge that you need. Answers can show up in any type of way, shape, or form. And that's why I tell y'all not to box yourselves in when it comes to certain things. Keep yourself open to specific things, or to everything, really. Because you don't know what is going to be that piece, that last piece of the puzzle that you need. Like, you have no idea how it's going to come. You just don't know. And to think that you know, and to close yourself off from everything else, is not a smart thing to do. Period. I also feel like a huge part of this is also self-acceptance and understanding that your journey is your journey. Some of y'all are too busy comparing yourself and your journey to other people. And you can deny it all you fucking want. But a lot of y'all are not doing the things that you feel intuitively guided to do. You're doing the things that you feel like will be accepted by other people. Or you're doing the things that you feel like other people would like. Or you're doing the things that you feel like will make you money or whatever. Like, you're not... I feel like some of you guys are not moving towards things for the right reasons because it is something that is for you. You're moving towards it because of something else or someone else. And that's why a lot of shit is not being done, or you're not able to access a lot of the goals that you have because you're not in it for the right reasons. Period. just as simple as fucking that. You're not in it for the right reasons. Some of y'all are still in a materialistic energy. You focus all day long, 24/7 on money. And I'm not talking about, you know, money just to pay the bills and money just to get the things and buy the things that you want. No, I'm talking about money when it comes to materialism. All right? Y'all out here trying to be focused on being millionaires and billionaires and shit. Instead of, all right, y'all out here trying to be focused on being millionaires and billionaires and shit. Instead of aligning with your life purpose. One of my favorite quotes from my grandmother is, my gift will make room for me. Meaning when I'm operating in my gift, when I'm doing the things that I need to do, it's going to make room for me to have whatever the fuck I need. I'm not going to have to worry about finances or taking care of myself or having that support or none of that when I'm operating in what is for me. And the reason a lot of y'all are dealing with financial issues, or you're dealing with lack of support, or you're dealing with things just not moving for you, is because you're not operating in your life purpose. And some of you haven't even started the process to figure out what that life purpose is. You're just doing whatever you feel like is going to make you a millionaire, or make you this, or allow you to buy some Louis Vuitton. You're not really focused on, okay, what am I here to do? What have I been sent to this planet to do, to achieve, to conquer? That's where your focus needs to be. And if it's not there, then of course you're not going to align with whatever is for you and be able to live this sweat-free life. And I mean sweat-free, not to say that you won't have any challenges. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying sweat-free meaning that there won't be some ups and downs sometimes, you know. But I'm saying sweat-free as far as not dealing with unnecessary issues, unnecessary problems. Because a lot of the shit that some of y'all dealing with is completely fucking unnecessary. And it's because you're in the wrong place at the wrong time. It just is what it is. If I'm out of place, of course there's going to be consequences for that. If I'm out of place, of course there's going to be certain things that I deal with because of that. That I don't have to deal with. That I don't have to experience. Okay? A lot of y'all life purposes are not something that the people in your space would think you would do or will accept you for doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to listen to the people in my space and my family and the people that I love, I would not be doing what I'm doing right now. Half of my family don't believe in what the fuck I'm doing right now. But this is my life purpose. Period. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. Period. So living in your truth and aligning with your purpose requires you to not give a fuck about the things that you used to care about. To not put all of your eggs in one basket and try to be accepted. Period. Or be in this materialistic type of mentality. I didn't see any money coming from this when I started. Everything that I was doing was for free, if we're being completely honest. When I started PocaSPEAKS. Free 99. I came from being an elementary school teacher. And I would say I stumbled into this. Of course, I was operating in alignment, but it felt like just stumbling into my life purpose. So when you are where you're supposed to be, things just happen. Things just move. I started off doing free services, and then all of a sudden, you know, somebody was like, you should charge for that. And I'm like, I should charge for this? I'm like, okay, start charging for it. Everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. I don't make a shitload of money doing this. As much as I could if I was to do something else. There's plenty of things that I know I can make buckets of money from. Period. I mean, like, easily. I've denied opportunities where I can make shitloads of money. But that doesn't align with my purpose. It just doesn't. And the more that I do what I'm supposed to do, the more that I stay consistent with what I'm supposed to do, in my purpose, the more I receive, the more I gain, the more I get when it's time for me to get it. It just is what it is. Okay? So you can't be afraid to do what it is that you feel called to do. You can't look at it, in a means where it's like, well, I want to make this amount of money, and have all of this and have all of that. So I'm just going to force myself to do this when it doesn't feel genuine. I don't feel connected to this. Not saying quit your 9 to 5 to today or tomorrow. But on the side, you need to start doing whatever it is that you're connected to until you get that confirmation that it's time for you to fully tap into it all the way 100%. So if you feel connected to hair and doing hair, but your 9 to 5 is you having an office job, then on the weekends or whenever you're not working, you need to be doing hair. If you're connected to making music or writing poetry, but your 9 to 5 is construction or something, then in your downtime, you need to be making your music and writing your poetry. Simple as that. Until you get to a space where you can replace that 9 to 5 with what it is that you feel connected to, what it is that your intuition is pulling you toward. Because again, your gift will make room for you. So when you're doing what you're supposed to do, eventually you will have the space, the support, the understanding, and everything else that you need in order to be successful. But that comes with following your intuition. That comes with not overthinking. That comes with moving with confidence when it comes to what it is that you feel connected to. Some of y'all are not really confident, and it shows. You're not confident in your gift. And if you're not confident in your gift, then what are you doing to get confident in your gift? What are you doing in your downtime to get more confident in your gift? Or to get better in whatever your gift is? That matters. And I keep telling y'all, the key to 2025 is originality. Operating in what is for you unapologetically. Without you worrying about what people have to say about it. Without you worrying about people's opinions. Without you worrying about all of the extra shit. What do I feel guided to fucking do? Let me do that. Period. And wherever it goes, it goes. However it flows, it flows. But I know that I'm in alignment because I'm doing what I feel guided to do. And another thing the Spirit is saying is it doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to make sense. Not right now. Because it will eventually. When it's supposed to, it will. But it doesn't have to make sense right now. When I first started doing what I'm doing, and I was getting on live every day and, just talking about different things happening in the world and shit like that, it didn't make sense to me why I felt led to do the shit. I'm like, well, why do I feel the need to get on live and talk about this and talk about that? Why do I feel the need to, do these horoscopes and do this and do that? It didn't make sense to me. But I bet you it do now. Getting in position, sometimes you can't really see why it is significant to get in certain positions. You can't really see in the moment why it is significant to do certain things. That doesn't mean don't do it. That just means this is your time to exercise faith. This is your time to exercise trust in yourself, in your spirit team, and in your journey. And this is why y'all ancestors is trying to connect with y'all, because this next phase, I feel like, and this next stage requires trust and faith. Believing in the unseen, the unknown, the ununderstood. I don't know if that's how you would say that, but yeah. Believing in what doesn't make sense at the time. As long as it makes sense to your intuition, meaning I feel intuitively guided towards this, I feel intuitively pulled towards this, that's the only thing that needs to make sense. All I know right now is that I feel connected to doing this, so I'm just going to do it. And when it makes sense, then it'll make sense. And I can do with that what I need to. But until then, I'm just going to take this leap of faith. I'm just going to trust myself. Yeah, look, unparalleled. I'm just going to trust myself. I'm just going to trust spirit so that I can get in alignment. Alignment doesn't always make sense at the time. It just fucking doesn't. When spirit told me to quit my job from being a teacher, that shit didn't make no fucking sense to me. I had bills. I said, spirit, what the fuck you mean quit my job? Like I don't gotta pay rent on the first. It was like the 15th, 16th, around that time. Second, third week of the month. And you talking about quitting my job. Baby, I gotta pay rent on the first. I gotta buy groceries. I gotta pay this phone bill. I gotta pay this electric. I gotta pay this gas. I gotta pay this. I gotta pay that. What do you mean? I got shit that I need to do. I can't have no money coming in. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna trust. Obviously, this is something that I'm supposed to do because I keep getting the same download, the same message over and over. Intuition keeps saying the same thing. So, I quit. Like, fuck it. I quit. I sent them my little resignation letter. Emailed it to them that night. I think it may have been like a Wednesday, so I had like 2 more days in a week. I sent them that little email. Woke up on Thursday rising. I didn't know what the fuck to do with myself. Had no idea. Wasn't scared, but was nervous as fuck. I'm like, well, shit, maybe I need to start looking for applications. Let me start putting some applications in. So I started doing what I felt like I needed to do at the time, or what I was used to doing. Let me go on here and look up some applications and put in an application over here, put in a little application over there. Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Me going off of my own merit instead of just sitting back and relaxing and allowing things to play out. I'm in worry mode, so I'm on the motherfucking computer doing my Googles. Okay? Trying to figure out where I can apply so I can make sure that I got another job in the chamber before the first of the month. Not knowing that we was about to go into a whole quarantine by the end of the month. This was February of 2020. Not knowing that we was about to go into a whole quarantine. Had no idea that was what was about to happen. I didn't fucking know. Spirit knew. Intuitively, I knew. That's why I quit the fucking job. But consciously, I didn't fucking know. I had no idea. All of a sudden, the news cycle started going. We're shutting the whole country down. Nobody's going to work. Then, a week or two after that, there's going to be, unemployment. You're getting an extra $600. Unemployment? Hold on, let me go see if I'm eligible. Of course I was. So I went from making maybe $1,300 every 2 weeks being a teacher, because teachers, we don't get paid nothing. Okay, scraps. Maybe that, to making about $800, almost $1,000 a week just from unemployment, with the extra $600 plus what they owe me for unemployment regardless. Then Spirit said, go apply for the motherfucking food stamps. I said, well, you're right. I ain't got no job, so I can apply for food stamps. Apply for that. I was getting almost $700 in food stamps a month. It was just me. I said, okay. All right. And Spirit said, go on live and talk about the shit that's going on. Because you know you got an opinion. You know you got something to talk about. Go on live and start talking about the shit that's going on. I'm going live. Do them horoscopes. I'm doing horoscopes. By the time I got to fucking August of that year, Spirit said make a Facebook group for all the spiritual people, because everybody at home, and it's a lot of people that's waking up and they need a place to go. I said, okay. I made a spiritual group. By the time we got to December of that year, there was over 20K people in that spiritual group. I said, okay. All right. July of that year, Spirit said, make your website. Got my website made. October of the previous year, Spirit told me to make a YouTube. So the YouTube was made before I even quit the job. Not knowing that those two things was going to connect eventually. So things don't make sense in the moment. When I was making that YouTube in 2019, October 2019, I didn't think that I would have PocaSPEAKS by May of 2020. I had no fucking idea. That's why I said things don't be making sense all the time in the moment. You may not know why you're doing what you're doing. You may not know why you're being led to do the things that you're being led to do. But when it's time for that shit to make sense, everything comes together. Everything starts to flow. Everything comes together. Everything starts to make sense. And then you're like, oh, that's why I did that. That's why I moved here. That's why I changed careers. That's why I dropped out of this. That's why I released that person. That's why I let go of this. That's why I had to change my mentality in regards to this. Everything starts to make sense. The dots start to connect. But if you can't trust yourself enough in a moment to take those steps, then when it's time for that step to make sense, it's not going to make sense because you didn't do what you were supposed to do in that moment. That's why trusting your intuition and your spirit team is so important, because you don't see what's coming. But your higher self, your spirit team, they do. You don't see what's next, but your higher self and your spirit team, they do. So it may not make sense for you right now to cut this person off, but it will in like 5 months. It may not make sense for you right now to go ahead and take a leap of faith and take these classes, but it will in about a year. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it don't even take that long. Sometimes it may be a couple weeks. Sometimes it may be a month. Sometimes it may be a couple months. But when you get that gut feeling, and you're like, I just feel like I need to do this. I just feel like I need to do that. I just feel like I need to pursue this or pursue that. I just feel like I need to go in this direction. It's just like you can't shake it. That's how you know when it's your intuition. Because no matter what you do, no matter where you go, no matter who you talk to, you can't shake what you feel. You feel what you feel, period, point blank. Is what it is. I could not shake that shit. I couldn't shake the fact that I needed to quit my fucking job. I couldn't shake it. That shit was on me for like 2 weeks. It just came out of nowhere. I just be laying around. And I just be like, some just be like, you need to quit. I need to quit. I can't quit. Getting into my head, I can't quit because I got bills and I got this going on and I got that going on and I gotta pay this note and I gotta pay that and I can't do it. Couple days later, something in my head, something in my gut, something in my intuition, you need to quit your job. I can't do that because, I don't got no backup plan. The old people say don't quit one until you got another. You know what I'm saying? No, I can't do that shit. Like, all right. Then it get quiet again. Couple days later, you need to quit your job. Or while I'm at work and people get on my motherfucking nerves, intuition, I told you you need to quit. I'm like, I don't know. I can't do that. Until eventually I was like, all right, fuck it. I know me. I can get me a job. So if I do quit this motherfucker and don't nothing come through, I can get me another job. It's not that deep. And this was when the job market was actually good. Before, the pandemic. So if I need another job, I'm like, I can get another job if I need one. Like, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Let me just go ahead and do what I need to do. Let me just quit. Let me just take this leap of faith. Let me just trust my intuition. Let me just go with what I feel. Let me trust myself. Despite of what it may look like, despite of, you know, the fears that I may have, let me just take a leap of faith. Justice. It works in your favor. Everything comes together. You receive what is owed to you. Had I never took that leap of faith, had I never listened to my intuition, had I never went and trusted my gut, I would still be making scraps, you know, teaching somebody snotty-nosed kids. And I love being a teacher. Don't get me wrong. I miss it sometimes. But even that prepared me to do what I'm doing now. Dealing with children helps you deal with adults. I don't care what nobody say. Okay? And I was teaching elementary school kids. And trust me, it came in handy. Because some of y'all are 5. Lord. Honestly, y'all be worse than the kids. The kids, you know what I'm saying, they be easy. And half the time, they don't even listen. But y'all be worse. Talking about stressing me out. Good Lord. Right? So it's really about allowing yourself the space to jump. Allowing yourself the space to try and to trust. Okay? Allowing yourself the space to figure things out. And to take initiative. It's like I'm getting, the way I'm sitting in my head is sitting on top of a horse and having the reins in your hand. Some of y'all be forgetting that you have the reins in your hand, babe. You control your destiny. This is up to you to control. This is up to you to navigate the way it's supposed to be navigated, period. So at any moment, when you need to do what you need to do, you can do it. At any moment when your intuition is telling you to go left, go right, you can do it. At any moment when your intuition is telling you to go left, go right, you can do it. And even if there's people on the sidelines like, I don't think that's a good idea. Because, baby, when I quit my job, oh, my God, my mama, my daddy, my granny, my auntie, you name it. Everybody had something to say. Everybody was telling me, oh, I don't think you should have did that. You should have waited until you got this. You should have waited for that. Oh, well, I don't know why you did that. Oh, well, maybe you should just go back to school or something. Or maybe you should just do this. Or maybe you should. And I had to tune all that shit out. And it's not an easy thing to do. Because it'll start to play in your mind. I'm like, well, damn. I'd be sitting there at home. I'm like, damn, maybe I should just do X, Y, and Z. Maybe I should do what my grandmama said and, blah, 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 blah. Maybe I should listen to my mama and go ahead and... That shit will play in your head. But this is when mental strength comes in. Are you mentally strong to be like, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm just going to see how this shit play out. That my mental strength had to be bigger than their voices. My inner voice had to be bigger than their voices. My intuition had to be clearer than their voices in order for me to stay focused. Because once shit started popping for me, them same people that told me what I should have done was congratulating me and saying that they was proud of me and asking me for a couple dollars. So you can't allow those voices to come in and change your mind. Because they're just going off of what they see in the moment. Or what they feel like they know. Or what they've experienced. But I don't live your life and you don't live mine. We don't have the same future. We don't have the same goals. We don't have the same destiny or the same destination. At all. Point blank, period. So, I appreciate the advice. I appreciate you being concerned and wanting to look out for me. But I don't need that. I need support. And if you can't support me in what I'm doing, then I'm going to keep you on the sideline. I'm going to tune your ass out. Or sometimes I had to not answer the phone because I knew what they was going to say. My great aunt who raised me, you know what I'm saying, a great bulk of my childhood, she would call me during the week and be like, oh, you at work? I'm like, no, I told you I quit. And it's like a broken record. Well, you need to be looking for another job. You sound like you in the bed. You just sitting around. And I'm like, ah. Eventually, I stopped answering the phone calls unless it was the weekend. I ain't got shit to talk to you about, auntie. Listen, I'm not trying to hear that. Because it would cause me to second guess myself. And I had to know myself enough to be like, I can't have that in my ear. Because I know I will start second guessing myself. I know I will start questioning myself. Even though my intuition already told me something to do and I feel comfortable in it, the minute you hear something from somebody that you care about or somebody that you consider to be a important factor in your life, you'll start second guessing what you already knew. I couldn't have that. I said, you know what, baby, I'm not answering that damn phone. You won't have to talk to this voice message. You have to talk to this voice message. Period. Point blank. It is what it is. When I first started my business, my grandmama would call me, and she's so scary, y'all. She's just so scary, okay? She's just the sweetest little scary little old lady, okay? And she would be like, you started a business. Well, do you have all the paperwork to do that? Well, do you have to go to school to do that? Well, you be giving people advice. Do you got to go to school? Grandma, babe, this is not 1940. Are you good? Are you cool? Don't you want to? Don't you need a degree for that? To give advice? No, baby, I don't. Girl, what is you talking about? But you have those people in your life, and depending on what their environment was or what their experience was or, you know, their fears, right? They'll project that shit onto you. And they may not mean it in a harmful way, because I know, of course, she didn't mean it in a harmful way. But that shit onto you. And they may not mean it in a harmful way, because I know, of course, she didn't mean it in a harmful way. But it's just a simple fact that that's not what I need in my space right now. That's not conducive to my journey. That's not helpful to what I'm doing and where I'm trying to go. That's not adding any value. So I'm going to have to talk to you when I talk to you. I'm going to have to not answer sometimes. I'm going to have to, you know what I'm saying, tell you I'm busy, even though I may not be doing shit, because I already know what you're going to say. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, there's going to be people that are on a part, I'm going to say a part of your life, right, that think that they know what's best, that think that they know what you should and shouldn't be doing, right? And you have to be so comfortable in yourself and in your own journey and in the things that you're doing and in your intuitive messages to know, like, I understand what you're saying. I appreciate what you're saying, but this is what I'm going to do. Ace of Cups. I know myself enough to know what is for me and what is not for me, and I know that this is for me. So, yeah, the whole family may think you're supposed to be a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher or something. But your calling might be to be a content creator. They may not understand that. Right? Or, yeah, the family may think that you should go to school and get 15,000 degrees. But your calling may be for you to just go do hair. They may not understand that. Maybe they want you to be a doctor, but your calling is for you to be a nurse. They may not understand that. It's not for them to understand. It's for you to know about yourself. It's for you to be secure in that decision and to move forward. That's it. Simple as that. Anything else and everything else don't got nothing to do with you. How they feel about it don't got nothing to do with you. What they think you should be doing and shouldn't be doing don't got nothing to do with you. They little 2 cents don't got nothing to do with you. And if it is advice that you should be listening to, it's going to match what your intuition said. That's how you know what advice you should be taking and what advice you shouldn't be taking. Because it's going to match up. It's going to align. So if my intuition has already been telling me to go to school for hair, and then I talk to somebody and they're telling me to go ahead and, yeah, you should pursue your own business, that's aligning, right? When it's on the same page, that's when you know, okay, that's the advice I need to take. Okay, that's what I need to hear. Even if it's constructive, right? Because I've had people who would be like, yeah, you need to, they know that I do content creation. They know that I'm a healer. They know that I do life help work and things of that nature and shadow work and all that type of shit, right? But they would be like, you're not active enough on your YouTube. Like, why you not posting? Like, why you not putting your videos on it? And I'd be like, well, damn, what the fuck? Because I don't want to. Because I don't feel like it. Even though it may have been advice or constructive criticism that I didn't want to hear at the time, it was most definitely needed. And it aligned with my purpose. So I knew to take it. Maybe at the time I was just lazy and didn't feel like posting. Maybe at the time I was focused on some other shit. But it aligned with what I needed to do and what I was already doing. Right? So that's when you know, like, okay, this is advice that I need to take. This is good constructive criticism. Right? Like, even when I had my old TikTok live, I've had people be like, babe, I understand people be talking shit, but you got to stop responding to everything. And I be like, why? They got me fucked up. I need to let them know that they got me fucked up. I need to tell them about themselves and blah, 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 blah. If a bitch want to talk crazy, I mean, I'm going in. Not trying to listen, you know what I'm saying? Thinking that I know every motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Going off on tangents and shit. And for real, it's being detrimental to me. I'm the one that's paying the price when I'm going back and forth with these motherfuckers, because it's my shit that's getting banned and cut off and blocked, and they just in the comments talking shit. I might be the 13th video that they done talk shit on, but now I done lost my access to what I'm supposed to be doing because I'm responding to some bullshit. Didn't want to hear it, but it's what I needed to hear, and it aligned with what I was doing. So you know what advice is for you, and you know what advice is not for you, depending on your relationship with yourself, your intuition, and your spirit team. That's why it's so important to have those relationships. That's why I tell y'all, meditation, tuning inward, doing the things that you need to do, communicating with your spirit team, all of those things are important so that when things approach you in life or people approach you in life, you know exactly what to give your energy to and to receive, and what to keep your energy away from, and to denounce, deny, rebuke, whatever you want to call it. All right? Argue for your limitations and you get to keep them. You have to make sure that you stand on business in regards to what it is that you feel intuitively guided to do. Period. And it's not defending yourself all the time. Sometimes it's just simply allowing people or letting people know, this is what I'm going to do. If you don't respect it, then we don't have anything to discuss. This is what I feel connected to. If you don't respect it, we don't have anything to discuss. Simple as that. Yeah, you might want me to get a 9-to-5, but I feel called to be a firefighter. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may want me to have a 9-to-5, but I feel called to be a police officer. It is what it is. And yeah, you may want me to have a 9-to-5, but I feel called to be a police officer. It is what it is. Yeah, you might want me to go to college and get a degree and do X, Y, and Z, but I feel called to start this business. Oh, well, it is what it is. And you got to be able to stand on that, because there's going to be so much adversity. And it's almost like once you make up your mind to do what you need to do, once you start taking those steps to go for what it is that you feel connected to, that's when the adversity comes. Even more. That's when people start popping up with issues and problems, and everybody want to give you advice, and everybody got something to say, and everybody got comments and shit. It's like, what the fuck? I ain't even heard from you in several months. But once I started doing X, Y, and Z, now all of a sudden you calling my phone and talking about you checking in and talking about, you know, I even had people that, family members I ain't even talked to. Yeah, your mama told me that you over there, you know, using cards. I said, okay. Was there anything else? Like, okay. I'm just saying, you know the family that we come from. You know, we, okay. Like, is this getting somewhere? What's your point? Make it quickly. The fuck? People I ain't talked to in I don't know how long. Uncles, aunties, everybody want to call my phone. What the fuck? Can I help you? The adversity comes, right? Once you make that decision. Empress Energy. And this is definitely something, whatever y'all are connected to, it didn't just start. You know what I'm saying? It didn't just start. It's not something that you just woke up and it was like, yeah, you know, you should be doing this. Like, I always knew my job was to help people from a child. Now, I thought it was going to be in a different way. I thought that I was going to be a pediatrician at one point. Then I thought that I was going to be a teacher, and that actually happened. Then I thought that I was going to be, I wanted to work in the ER. Like, there was so many, a teacher, and that actually happened. Then I thought that I was going to be, I wanted to work in the ER. Like, there were so many different things that I wanted to do. But I knew at the basis, at the core of it all, I wanted to help people heal. And I wanted to teach people things that they don't know. So it was always in the same vicinity of things. But the way that I expressed it and the things that I did, or the things that I thought was for me, I did those things. But I didn't feel that connection. It was like, yeah, I'm teaching kids, always want to be a teacher, but this don't feel like the teaching I'm supposed to do, because I feel connected to it, but I don't feel connected to it. It doesn't feel like this is really what it's supposed to be. Right? Yeah, I wanted to be a pediatrician and help children, or be a doctor and help people heal, but that doesn't really seem like that's for me. You know what I'm saying? It don't feel like that's the direction I'm supposed to go in. So when I finally got to this place, it all made sense. Yeah, you're supposed to be teaching. You're supposed to be teaching people this, teaching people that. Yeah, you're supposed to be healing. You're supposed to be healing people through what it is that you do. Supposed to be helping people heal through traumas. So you always intuitively, to a certain extent, feel called to something specific. Now, you may think the method of achieving that thing is something else, right? You may think that the method of achieving that thing is to, like I said, you know, whatever. Like, for me, I knew I was supposed to heal people, but I thought it was supposed to be being a teacher or being a doctor or something. So my method of getting to it wasn't necessarily correct, but the basis of what it was, I always felt that. So whatever it is for you to do, whatever your life purpose is, you always felt that in your gut. There's always something that pulled you back to that thing, or it always resonated for you and maybe played in the back of your mind. That's why when you align and you finally align to what is for you, it just works. It just works. Whether you making thousands of dollars from it or not, it just feels right. It just makes sense, right? It just does what it does. Other people may not agree with it. Other people may not think it's a good idea. You know what I'm saying? You may have some adversity in the beginning stages, but even with the adversity, it still feels like I belong here, right? I done been a phlebotomist. Okay, I done been a radio host. I had my own radio show. I done sold clothes and shoes. Okay, I done been a radio host. I had my own radio show. I done sold clothes and shoes. Okay, I done been a radio host. I had my own radio show. I done sold clothes and shoes, baby. I done an executive assistant. All type shit. Sung all around the fucking country. Been in church all my fucking life and had positions in the church. All types of shit. Just to end up here. right? I've made more money on certain jobs than I make doing this. But you think I'm going to go back to that? Fuck no. Because that's not where I'm supposed to be. And I know at a certain point, everything that I need is taken care of and will continue to be taken care of. I don't want for nothing. I don't have no worries. You know what I'm saying? Empress Energy. Secure. Stable. Mentally, physically, emotionally. On all levels. Right? Not allowing my ego to get the best of me. Because at one point, I was pursuing $1. I was very money motivated. Very money motivated. Extremely money motivated. I wanted that coin. I wanted that dollar. Period. And when I was doing that, even though I was making certain amounts of money, I wasn't fulfilled. I wasn't getting nothing out of it. It was draining me. It was annoying. It didn't feel right. I wasn't secure. Right? The Moon card. Again, what do you feel internally? What do you feel called to? What do you feel called to? When you close your eyes and you dream of a perfect world, what are you doing in that perfect world? Right? And I always say, when it comes to your life purpose is always something that you would do for free. It's like if I woke up every day and I just had to do this shit for free, I would get up the same way with the same enthusiasm, with the same happiness and gratitude, and do that shit. No questions asked. Won't get annoyed, won't get irritated, won't none of that. I would wake up and do that shit for free, 99, period. If you wouldn't do it, if you wasn't making no money, that ain't your life purpose. Because remember, spiritual gifts don't have shit to do with money. Money is a physical thing for this realm. Money is just a physical thing for this realm. It really has no purpose. It's a piece of paper. So we're talking about spiritual life purposes. It really has no purpose. It's a piece of paper. So we're talking about spiritual life purposes. That shit don't got nothing to do with money. Can you make a lot of money from it? Of course. But is that the goal? Is that the only concern? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. If you wouldn't wake up and do it for free, that's not your life purpose. You're only doing it for the coin. And if you are a person who has woken up and you have an awareness in this lifetime, you have a life purpose. Somebody in the comments said, what if I feel like I'm just here to enjoy and not do shit? Then you haven't found what you're here for. You're not connected to your purpose. We all have a purpose. Of course, in between time and as you go along with your life purpose, you're going to enjoy. You're going to have fun. You're going to have good experiences. But if you think you're just supposed to wake up every day and just sit on the beach every motherfucking day and not give anything, then you haven't connected with what you're here for. Because ain't nobody just coming here for shits and giggles. This is not a realm for shits and giggles. It's just not. That's not the purpose of this realm. If that was the case, you wouldn't come here. There's no need to be here other than to help other people. That's literally the only reason why people reincarnate here. Is to help other people with something. Something. It can be to feed people. Heal them through your food. It can be to teach people. Give them the knowledge that they need. It can be to be a doctor. To heal people through medicine or herbs or whatever. It can be to be a doula. To help people, along there with their pregnancies. And making sure the babies come into this realm. And they're healthy and they're good. And that the mama is good. It can be to work on cars to make sure that people are able to have proper transportation and to build connections and relationships in the meantime, in between time. It can be any fucking thing. But you're not here for yourself in a selfish way to think that you're just supposed to, because that means that you're just here and you're just taking. You're not replenishing anything. And this is a give and take type of realm. We are give and take type of people. We energetically exchange here. So ain't nobody here to just serve your motherfucking ass and you just sitting there not doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy as hell. Who the fuck do you think you are? King, Queen Tut? What the fuck is going on with you? That's selfish. You shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here. There's no purpose in you being here if you're not here to give and to receive. Everything should be a mutual exchange of energy. I'm giving, you're giving. I'm giving, you're giving. Even when I get my food from the person in the motherfucking fast food line, I'm giving them energy, they giving me energy. Even when I pass somebody and it's a whole stranger and they say hi and I say hi, I'm giving you energy, you giving me energy. You never know how you are showing up in somebody else's existence, right? It's like when you having a bad day and somebody give you a compliment and that shit spruce you up, and then all of a sudden you start going through your day with an even better energy and you're able to achieve whatever you're supposed to achieve. That person gave you something for you to give to somebody else. It's an exchange of energy. They gave me something to help me feel good. Now I'm going to go and make sure other people are good and whatever the fuck I do with the rest of my day. You never know how you're adding to somebody else's life, and you never know how somebody else can be adding to your shit. But we not here to be selfish and to just sit back and have our fucking hands out. And that's why eventually people who move like that, they end up with nothing. Because you will end up with nothing. You absolutely will. Look at Diddy. Look at Oprah. Look at Bill Gates. Look at Barack Obama. Look at all these motherfuckers who came and took. And where they are now. Look at Drake. Look at Beyonce. I mean, we can go on and on and on and on and on and on. And those are people on the celebrity level. Look at some of the motherfuckers in your life. Some of your family members. Eventually that shit catch up with you. And you got to pay it back. All that shit you wasn't trying to give up, you gonna have to pay it back in some type of way, shape, or form. You got to. That's just how it works. This is a give and take type of society. You gotta pay that shit back. And a lot of y'all are selfish because you never had. Let's go back to childhood trauma. Selfish motherfuckers come from an existence, a prior childhood where they ain't have shit. Or nobody wanted to help get them shit. Or nobody wanted to give them shit. Didn't have a motherfucking thing. So instead of you growing up and becoming a person who understood that was just your situation at the time, and that was the situation that was supposed to help you become whoever you're supposed to be, you become a selfish ass motherfucker who wants to keep everything for yourself so that you never have to feel that pain again of not having anything. And a lot of y'all are operating as fucking children in adult bodies. And this is why shadow work and childhood trauma healing is so fucking important, so that you can catch the fuck up. You're still in that childish ass mentality, thinking that everything is supposed to be given to you just because you didn't have something to begin with. That's not how that works, Bookie Butt. That's not how that works. That's not how it goes. Yeah, look at this, 4 cups. I didn't have nothing. Maybe I didn't have the money that I felt like I needed as a child. Maybe I didn't have the support that I felt like I needed as a child. Maybe I didn't have the love that I felt like I needed as a child. Or the attention. Or whatever. So I became an adult who takes it as a child. Or the attention. Or whatever. So I became an adult who takes attention from everybody else but don't give none. Takes all of the love from other people but don't give none. Takes all the money from other people but don't give none. And you think I'm going to continue to be able to live that type of lifestyle and not have to pay that shit back? Tripping. You're tripping. You're crazy. You're crazy. And if you don't learn your lesson, and if you don't do what you're supposed to do, and if you don't align with your life purpose, you're going to be here again. That's what reincarnation is. Reincarnation is either a choice, meaning I'm coming here for a purpose. I completed what I was supposed to complete, and now I'm coming back to help other people complete that thing. or I didn't do what the fuck I was supposed to do and I'm here again to get it right. Only two options. And a lot of y'all are here because you didn't get it right the last time. And if you don't get it right this time, your ass gonna be right back here. But let me tell you, Poca won't be here again, baby. I'm trying to tell you. Now I done came down here to help and assist. I done did all the helping and assisting I could do. Poca's not coming back. This place is ghetto. Not coming back. I don't want to. I don't wanna. Three of Pentacles. Balance. Balancing the scales. Balancing the energy. It's all about that. Remember, this is a give and take type of thing. So whatever I put out, I get. If I put out selfishness, I get selfishness back in return. If I put out negativity, I get negativity back in return. If I put out doubt, I get doubt back in return. Or reasons to be doubtful. Right? Whatever I put out, I'm going to get back. And that's how you should be living your life every single fucking day. Every single moment of the day, you should be thinking like that. Okay, if I cuss this motherfucker out and let them get to me and let them take me out of my high vibration, then there's going to be somebody that's going to cuss my motherfucking ass out. Or I'm going to get this back in some type of way, shape, or form. So let me not even do that. Let me not even do that. Let me just ignore that shit. Let me just cut them off. Let me just walk away. Right? If I cheat on this person, instead of just leaving them, instead of just having a conversation with them about what I feel and what I feel needs to change or what I feel like it needs to be, and I just cheat on them, then I'm going to get that shit back. Maybe not in this relationship, but I'm damn sure going to get it back in another relationship. Or I'm going to be cheated out of something. It may not be a relationship at all. I just may get cheated out of an opportunity. Cheated out of some success. Cheated out of some money. Whatever I put out, I'm going to get back in some type of way, shape, or form. And it may not come back in the same exact way, but it's going to come back. I done seen selfish ass people end up with long-term illnesses. It's going to come back. I done seen selfish ass people end up with long-term illnesses. And you got to sit there and be taken care of, and somebody got to wipe your ass. Because of how you move for all of these motherfucking years. Because of how you treated people for all these motherfucking years. It's a nasty ass person in my family. Nasty. Been nasty forever. Just nasty energy. It's a nasty ass person in my family. Nasty. Been nasty forever. Just nasty energy. Talk to people. Just nasty. And it's wrong. Just sit. Don't even know what's wrong. Body just breaking down. Shit just going fucking wrong. Because you got to get that shit back, boo. You can't be out here treating people like that and think that you not going to have to pay. Hell no. You got to pay the piper. You got to pay. You got to get something back. It may not be the same thing you put out, but you're going to get something. Right? You're going to get something. You got to. So when you start to move in your life with that type of mentality and that type of understanding, you attract better situations and experiences to yourself because you're putting out good things. You're putting out good things. When you operate and you align with your purpose, then the things that are for you come to you because you was putting out that energy. Okay? Nine of Swords. Don't overthink it. A lot of y'all are overthinking your life purpose. Don't think that your life purpose, just because we are spiritual beings, is supposed to be something like you got to read cards or you got to be a healer and literally be, doing life coaching or something. Or you got to make waist beads or like, because I'm spiritual, my life purpose got to be something that's directly aligned with like spiritual healing. Like, don't overthink it like that. No, it don't mean that you supposed to be a tarot reader. You supposed to be a life coach, or you supposed to be a root worker, or none of that. That's not what that means. We all have different purposes. Your purpose may, again, be to be a chef. People get healed through food every day, all motherfucking day. Your purpose may be to be a motherfucking elementary school teacher. Them babies need us. They need that positivity in these fucking schools with all this negative ass weird shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Your purpose might be to drive trucks and get your CDL and help the motherfucking world with the deliveries and the different shit that they need. And also build relationships with people on the road, and maybe you supposed to help the other truckers. Who fucking knows? But don't get into this blocked type of mentality where you don't see the bigger picture and you're trying to box yourself into something that looks spiritual. No, baby, it's all spiritual. It all adds up to helping and assisting in the spiritual realm. All of it adds up. Right? We got Soul Tribe coming out. We've been talking about Soul Tribes a lot lately over here. And this is... We got Soul Tribe coming out. We've been talking about Soul Tribes a lot lately over here. And this is why I said... Give some type of different... in the way that you're looking at things to help you connect with whatever your life purpose is. Right? Sometimes somebody can say something that can spark something in your head and help make something make sense, so that you can take that and whatever you're supposed to do with it. All right? I'm also hearing, don't be one of the people that's like, oh, well, I don't trust people, so I don't need nobody around me. I ain't, you know, in my past, I had these type of bitches around me, or these type of niggas, so now I'm just gonna be on my own by myself. Like, don't. That's not a flex, Bookie. Being alone in this world is not a fucking flex. It's really not. Not saying that you need to have a whole bunch of people around you, because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in having 16 motherfuckers in my circle. Okay, we don't do that over here. Give me about 2, 3, maybe 4. Maybe 5, and that's a strong maybe. Right? But you need people in your motherfucking circle. You need to have good, genuine, like-minded people in your circle. It is so important. It's so important. And again, keyword, good, genuine, like-minded. Keywords. Not just any and everybody. And it don't mean just because they spiritual that they supposed to be in your space. Because all spiritual people ain't built the same. That's why I said like-minded. Alright. Alright. New movement. Chariot. Fast-paced movement. Okay? I feel like the more that y'all connect with y'all ancestors, the faster things will be. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to be overnight. It just means it's going to pick up the pace. Because I feel like a lot of y'all are in a stagnant space right now. Things are not moving at the pace that they should be. Right? So, when you get more connected with your spirit team, when you become more open to their assistance and their help and listening to your intuition, things will start to pick up and be at the pace they're supposed to be. Again, that don't mean it's going to speed through and you're going to achieve what they're supposed to achieve overnight. That does not mean that. Okay? But it does mean that you will get to where you're supposed to be at the time you're supposed to be there. Again, divine timing. Okay? You can connect with your ancestors by a conversation. Start talking to them. Grandpa, grandma, I need to know what the fuck to do. You know, show me in a way that makes sense to me. Help me align with my life purpose. But this is the thing. When you start to put yourself in those type of predicaments, when you say, okay, Spirit, help me align with my life purpose. Show me what I'm supposed to be doing. You need to be paying the fuck attention. You gotta start paying attention. Because the messages are not always going to smack you in the face. You gotta start paying attention. Because the messages are not always going to smack you in the face. You need to look, hear, feel, and go with that. Point blank, period. Okay? It's not going to always be, you know, somebody with a bullhorn like, okay, your next step is to, like, no. It may be something small like, okay, Spirit, show me what my next steps is. And then you hop on social media and you see an ad for college. And you've been feeling intuitively like, damn, I need to go back to school or I need to take a course or class. Or Spirit, show me what my next steps is, and then you hop on YouTube and you see a video that's giving information on something that your intuition has been guiding you toward. So like, for example, I had a friend that kept talking about how they wanted to get in stocks. I want to get in stocks, blah, 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 blah. Right? Just so happened that one day I got on YouTube and seen a video on stocks, and I was like, oh shit, didn't you say something about stocks? And they was able to use that as confirmation. I sent them the damn video. So when you allow yourself to be open, like I said, Spirit can use a third party person to come in and give you the assistance, or give you that answer, or give you that message, or relay that information to you. And they may not know that they're operating in that type of energy to help you. They may just be doing whatever they doing. They not overthinking it like that. But you got to be paying attention so that you can pick up on it and be like, oh, that's my confirmation. Like when I be talking about shit behind closed doors, and then I get on the phone with a friend, or I get around somebody and they talking about the same thing, I'm like, okay. In my head, I'm saying, okay, confirmation. That's confirmation. Or sometimes I'm thinking about something. My best friend might text me and be like, hey, you need to start doing this. I'm like, damn, Spirit just told me that I need to start doing that. That's crazy. Okay, confirmation. Right? Dark masculine energy. Don't be in your ego. Don't be in your ego. Don't be in your ego. What does that mean, Poca? Don't be a fucking know-it-all. Don't be a my way or the highway. Don't do that. Don't be a I'm too good for this, I'm too good for that. Don't fucking do that. Go with the flow of your intuition. Because it's telling you to go to certain places and to do certain things for a specific reason. When you say, Spirit, I want this and I want that, and I want to align with this and I want to align with that, you have to be open to the directions that they're taking you in. And you can't sit there and think that you know it all and fuck around and take yourself off course. Thank you for the gift. Okay? Let's get 3 more. You are what you seek. I'm telling you, the answers are within you. Your intuition. Don't overthink it. Don't be codependent and rely on other people and their opinions. And, oh, I don't think you should do that. I don't think that's a good. Don't be codependent and rely on other people and their opinions. And, oh, I don't think you should do that. I don't think that's a good idea. Don't. Well, oh, well. You don't have to think it's a good idea because it's not your idea to think about. I didn't even ask you to think. You know what I'm saying? You can retire your brain around me, boo, because I don't need it. Put your thoughts on pause when you get over here. Because I'm not trying to hear that shit. Unless it's something that you're giving me that is conducive and helpful and assisting me in whatever it is that I already feel intuitively guided to. That's the only shit that I'm listening to. If it don't got nothing to do, if it's not piggybacking off of my intuition or my spirit team's guidance, you can shut the fuck up. Period. You can be quiet. It's the reason why our call-ins aren't conference calls. It's the reason why you can't see through my prescription glasses. Because it's for me. It's for me. You ever put somebody else's glasses on? That shit is like looking through a cloudy ass cup. And it start hurting your eyes when you do that shit, don't it? Like, what the fuck? I've never worn glasses in my life. Never need to, never will. And I put people glasses on, I be feeling cross out of this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, those are yours. I can't do that shit. Because it's not for me to be able to see out the motherfuckers. It's prescribed to them. And your journey, your life purpose is prescribed to you. So, of course, the people around you can't see it. They're not supposed to. Of course, the people around you don't understand it. They're not supposed to. But I guarantee you, when you align with whatever is for you and you become successful in it, all them people that thought it was a bad idea, they're not going to think it's a bad idea no more. All them people that thought you should have did something different, they're not going to think that no more. Because they just talking. A lot of people just be talking and talk. And you got to understand that. The moon is very significant because they just talking. A lot of people just be talking and talk. And you got to understand that. The moon is very significant. It came out twice. 2 different decks, the moon that came out. So this is definitely talking about intuition. Intuition, and also seeing beyond the illusions. And sometimes people can be illusions. They can speak illusions and make you think something is not what it's supposed to be, or you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. It's like, how the fuck you know what I'm supposed to be doing? How the fuck is you gonna tell me what my life purpose is? That don't even make sense. Nobody will ever tell you what your life purpose is. That's something that you have to go within and use your intuition to figure out. They can confirm it for you after you figured it out. They can give you advice to help you solidify it. They can assist you in getting to it or getting through it, but they're never going to come and tell you what it is. Okay? And that's again why you have to have a relationship with your intuition, so that you can know what is confirmation and what is somebody just talking out their ass. Because if I don't know myself, anybody can tell me to do anything. If I don't know myself, I'm just going to go with whatever advice I get. Because I don't know who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. Look at that. 444. Stability on the right path. You have to have that relationship with yourself so that you know you're on the right path. You're doing what you need to do. You are where you're supposed to be. Like I said, from experience, there were so many people who told me that I needed to be doing something different. There are people to this day. There were so many people who told me that I needed to be doing something different. There are people to this day that may tell me I need to be doing something. I'm like, what? I had a guy I used to talk to that inboxed me one day like, you don't need to be making posts about this, and that. I said, who the fuck are you? You should only be talking about spiritual stuff. You shouldn't be talking about politics. You shouldn't be talking about what's going on with the celebrities. You shouldn't be talking about this. I said, well, how the fuck is you going to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing? You shouldn't be talking about this. I said, well, how the fuck is you going to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing? And if you go look at my main page, videos that went viral, me talking about politics. Giving people insight. So even people, you know what I'm saying, that may see you in doing one specific. So even people, you know what I'm saying, that may see you in doing one specific thing. They may try to. That's another. Like, let's say for instance you doing hair. And your life purpose is to do hair. But you feel guided to not do, to add on something else to that. Now you may want to do hair and be an esthetician. And do facials and offer things of that nature. And somebody may be like, I think you should just stick to and do facials and offer things of that nature. And somebody may be like, I think you should just stick to doing hair. And that's it. I feel guided to go and take these motherfucking classes and doing facials. Who the fuck is you? Nobody can tell you how far to take your life purpose and what to add on to it. Nobody can tell you what your life purpose is. All of those things are intuitive. Things that you are guided towards. Things that you feel intuitively. Things that your gut just keeps sending messages to you in regards to. Things that make the back of your motherfucker, the hairs on the back of your damn neck stand up. Okay? Period. And you have to be so secure. That's why I said confidence and originality is the key to 2025. Because you got to be so secure in yourself and your ability to do what you called to do. Because you're going to have so many motherfuckers with opinions. Secure in yourself and your ability to do what you called to do. Because you're going to have so many motherfuckers with opinions. Secure in yourself and your ability to do what you called to do. Because you're going to have so many motherfuckers with opinions. Thank you for the gift. You're going to have so many people with opinions. So many people saying that. So many people thinking that you should do this and do that. It's never going to end. Even after you become successful in whatever it is, it's never going to end. People still going to offer you unwanted, unneeded ass opinions on what you should and shouldn't be doing. and how far you should and shouldn't take it, and what you should and shouldn't be involved in. All right? All right, light and love. I'm off this bitch. I'm still doing specials for the weekend. I won't be going live tomorrow. It'll be this will go live tomorrow rising. I was gonna say the repeat. The video will go live tomorrow rising. Okay. For those who are interested, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube. For those who be watching YouTube, the YouTube lives in the rising, and y'all be seeing them weird ass comments. I apologize for having to cut the comment section off, but people are so fucking weird. Okay, so unfortunately, because I can't sit there and rewatch it and check the comments 24/7, I just have to cut the comments off. All right, for YouTube. Now, comments are still available on Facebook when the lives are being replayed, but on YouTube, I have to cut the motherfucking comments off because people are just so strange. And they just be saying the weirdest shit, and they just be throwing off the whole vibe. So that's that. But I do have 10 card specials for the weekend, especially for the new moon. We are, the new moon is tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. I think it's tomorrow. I could be very, very wrong. Well, yeah, it's pretty much now at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna do 10 card new moon messages for those who need it, insight into the new moon, how to take advantage of it, what spirit may be saying for you in regards to new moon. We know new moon is all about planting seeds, getting restructured, creating a foundation, things of that nature. So feel free to inbox me if you're interested in that. Again, I will be also doing the Healing from Toxic Parents seminar the 2nd or 3rd week of November. I'll have more information for you guys by next Wednesday, or this coming Wednesday. If you want to pay in advance, it's only $40. It'll be a three-hour seminar, so feel free to send in your money or inbox me so that you can go ahead and solidify your spot. It is co-ed, male and female, so whoever wants to be a part, definitely let me know. Also, I have consultation specials for those who want advice, who want to sit on the phone with me and ask whatever questions you want, literally whatever questions you want, about spirituality, about your personal journey, whatever you may have questions in regards to. I do have a 2-week mentorship special that covers shadow work and ancestor relationship. For those who want to get deeper into their shadow work and build that relationship with their ancestors, that 2-week special is still available. And then I also have a buy one get one free mentorship and reading special that comes with shadow work, help, ancestor assistance, crystals and meditation, spiritual health and sex magic. And then the other one, I have 2 different ones to choose from. The other one comes with birth chart assistance, understanding the zodiacs, understanding numerology, protection and cleansing rituals, and there's something else that I'm missing. Moon phases and something else. Okay, whichever one you're interested in, feel free to inbox me. You can put info into this little box at the bottom and send it to me, or you can just shoot me a DM, and I will send you all of the information. Okay.